Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Parshat Tetzaveh. Little micro recap on the Zera Shimshon. So, based on the prophecies, the Talmud teaches us that there's going to be the future walls of Jerusalem are going to be made from the rocks of the breastplate of the high priest of Israel. So, the high priest of Israel had 12 different special types of rocks, gems, on his breastplate, and each one was tied to one of the 12 tribes of Israel. So the Talmud says that the walls of the future Jerusalem are going to be made from one of these 12 rocks. But there's two different opinions in the Talmud of which rock is going to be used. One opinion says it's the rock of Joseph, and one opinion says it's the rock of Benjamin. So it seems like an argument. But then the Gemara says, Hashem said, this is not an argument, and we're going to make the walls out of both rocks, both these rocks. The rock of Joseph is symbolic and symbolizes wisdom and wealth, and even the ability to get to prophecy through this rock. And we do know that when the Israelites are crossing the splitting of the sea, there was like these rocks and herbs that were getting them to states of prophecy. Well, nonetheless. And the rock of Joseph, the rock of Benjamin, symbolizes protection, being safe. So that's the reality of Jerusalem in the future in Israel, and we see it now. Like right now, we're going to see a ton of wealth and abundance come to Israel, a ton of wisdom, the Nobel Peace Prizes, and the technology. And now the safety. Israel's stronger than all the enemies around us. So the prophecy of both opinions being true, which also comes to teach you what may look like different opinions in the Talmud. And it's like, oh, what's going on here? This rabbi says this. It's all an argument. They're both true. That's what we teach. Both opinions are true. We just may not have the wisdom yet to understand how that plays out. And then we end off this Dvar Torah, why these two tribes were chosen, the two children of Rachel, her two children. She only had two children, and she was the most favorite wife, is because it says Rachel's crying on the way, and it means that she's been crying this whole entire 2,000 years of exile. She's weeping, actually 2,700 years from the tribes, the first exile from Nebuchadnezzar, from the Assyrian exile. So Rachel's been weeping this whole time. She's not consoled. She's not in heaven waiting and learning. They say when you go to heaven, you're in the Beit Din Shalmala, you're in the yeshiva up there, learning Torah, hanging out, having a great time. She's like, I'm not chilling with God. I'm not in heaven. I don't want anything. I'm just going to sit and cry for 2,700 years. And because she went all in and was so dedicated to the exile, God's like, your children will be the ones there for the return, for the redemption. So, according to a lot of opinions, we could be in this time. We should just be optimistic. And we should consider rocks and crystals very sacred. And we should just hope for the best. Thank God I got the holy city of Jerusalem behind me. And I love you all. Shabbat Shalom. Over and out. Shkoyach.